So this figure tells like such a big story about composting. So there's a whole bunch of changes happening throughout the process in terms of oxygen demand, the temperature of the pile, and the succession of microbes going on in our pile. So just try and visualize as we talk through this. This graph has everything on it, but it's not the same as kind of being a microbe in the pile and seeing what's going on. So in the beginning, this is our active composting phase. So we've got a lot of organics around. Some of them are going to be easy to eat. Some of them are going to be tougher to eat. And what's going to happen very first is we've got 3 microbes in here divided up. So bacteria are our green line. We've got actinomycetes. Now, actinomycetes are bacteria, but they behave more like fungi. So actinomycetes are our blue line, and then fungi are our purple line. So you see our actinomycetes and fungi kind of have the same trajectory, whereas the green line bacteria have a different one. So the very first thing that's happened is bacteria that are good at eating those simple organic molecules, they're going to grow really, really fast. So their population spikes. They invite all their friends. They say there's a lot of really good stuff to eat in this pile. And as there's more bacteria happening and they're having kids and they're eating lots and lots and lots, they're using all the air up. So that's why our oxygen demand spikes while the bacteria population spikes. And then with all that metabolism going on, all those microbes doing work and taking in all that oxygen, that's producing heat. So that's when our heat spikes as well. So you can see our heat here is going up into like 55, 60 degree range. And that's actually helping pasteurize our pile and eliminate some of those pathogens that we don't want in the compost at the end. We've only got our good composting bacteria because of this heat being applied that's generated from the bacteria themselves. So as we get towards the end of our active composting phase, there's not as much good stuff to eat around, and the bacteria start dying off and moving out. They say, we don't really want to eat this stuff. It's not really our bag, but actinomycetes and fungi, you guys are better at eating these stuff. So they come in, and these products of the bacteria, these big molecules that are left that the bacteria didn't want, they come in and start eating. So their population starts coming up slowly. It doesn't spike like the bacteria. It's kind of a slower phase. So as they're growing, the temperature is coming down because we don't have this really fast activity from the bacteria. And then our oxygen is coming down as well because we have to do everything a little bit slower at this point. Everything that's left is a little bit tougher to metabolize. And this is that kind of exponential decay in the curing phase. So active composting, we go really, really fast, degrade as much as possible. Then curing, we're slowing down and getting all those last bits that we couldn't get easily at the beginning. And at a certain point through curing, we'll get to a point where our pile is degraded enough that we're able to put it out in the world, and there's not going to be all this degradation that's going to produce more odor or leachate, and it's safe to put in the soil. And that's when we'll store it, and then we'll send it off as we can. And we'll talk about when we know when it's ready to send out at the end.